Cool. I'm excited to have our client John join us today on today's Spotlight interview. So before I dive too deep into this, can you just let me know or let us know where you're from, who you are, what you do, and all that good stuff?
All right, cheers. So happy to be here. Thanks for taking the time. John Douglas, I'm here in Kelowna, sunny Kelowna, BC. I am in residential real estate here and yeah, happy to be here.
So I'm curious to know, like, before starting working with us, like what was going in your life or like in your business that even led you to looking a solution like ours? Like what was the reason you were looking for someone who can get you leads, someone who can get you appointments with sellers and all that good stuff?
Yeah. So my business, like where my leads came from, were basically sphere of influence. And the difference between being busy and having clients is how many new people do you get to meet. And of course, organically, I fortunately have kids. So I got from volunteering with my daughter's softball team or at my kids' coding camp. You get to meet people that way. But also I have different other lead sources. And when I started real estate 9 years ago, I very quickly became a buyer's agent for the most part. And that's where my focus was. That's where I cut my teeth and hit a lot of goals. As the market started to shift, I wanted to balance out my business. And so I began to look at some different companies that would provide leads for me because I needed to be introduced to new people in my area that wanted to buy. And after a lot of gleaning, I came upon your program, and I've been pleased to be with you for a little while now.
Cool. So you were first like buyer's agents, and then once market was shifting, you were basically looking for someone to on the listing side of things.
Yeah, primarily, yeah. So I was probably a 70-30 split as far as buy or sell, and I'd like to balance that out, certainly.
Cool, love it. So yeah, I guess we've been working now or being live about a bit over 2 months, I would say. So tell me like how the overall results are so far.
They've been good. I've had so some ups and downs. There's a flood of exposure, and had a number of qualified good appointments that I've been to, like either on the phone or in person. I have my first deal closing through the program here in 2 days, that often helps.
Love it.
Yeah, so that's a big win, right? And so it's just we're just fine tuning the system and the pipeline. And yeah, one of the strengths I find is that how accessible you and the team are to kind of customize the campaign.
Cool. So first deal coming through now today.
Yeah.
That's huge. Yeah. First win. That's always huge. Exciting times. Cool. So I'm a bit of curious, like to know the experience, like working with us from the onboarding to this day, like maybe a bit of briefly going over like how's the support being, like communication and maybe the community and all that, like what's the experience and that side of things.
Yeah. So if I was going to say one word, I'd say in the beginning, it's overwhelming, right? There's so much to know. However, the nice thing is that the team is fantastic between yourself and Tommy and Gregor and Ashley. Like there's so many team members. And I think one of the differences, and I mentioned this before, is that the responsiveness and if there's any feedback or in the beginning, that there's a lot to set up. There's some requirements to get my back end to shake hands with your back end. And I'm not tech savvy, but you wisely made instructional videos that did step by step, almost idiot proof it. And it took me through a process to get me to the point where you can be able to run with marketing to generate leads. So there is a fair amount, but there's a lot of hand holding and a lot of ability to have connection with the right people, and it happens with very quick turnaround. I know you're not waiting too long to get any sort of answers that you need to go to the next step. The process happened quite quickly.
And yeah, I guess you're one of the persons who suggested to us to create a community. So that's also we launched, I would say because of you as well. So all these weekly group calls and all that. So That's a big thing for sure.
Yeah, and that's a value add as far as, one, the fact that you consider it, and because I know hosting a call and developing a community is almost like a business in itself. But when you have a bunch of people all from all different walks of life and in different areas of geographic areas, both Canada and Europe and so on, everybody brings a different skill set, and I think that yeah, it would be lost if we didn't have a community,
Yeah,
and that's where you're generating now, and you are the center of that community and fostering the ability to everyone help each other. So if my friend in Windsor, Rick wins, then I win too, right? Because and if we can have these success principles and find out what's working here and share that, then we're all working towards the same goal, right? So like service of the
100%.
client and selling real estate. So
100%. Cool. And I know that there's bunch of, I would say, like our competition is big when it comes to lead gen agencies and lead companies and all that. And people have been burned and all that has been happening. So people are afraid. So what was your biggest fear, I would say, before getting started with us? Or did you have any?
well, I've been in business for a while, and I have a spreadsheet. I know all your competition because I interviewed them all, and I have a spreadsheet on their cost per lead and as far as what they do, what services they offer, where they're from. So I took my time and I kind of looked at it. And so when I was able to speak with initially the consultant Daryl, and then yourself in person, and then I quickly asked, I need to talk to some people that are actually in the program as well, and that was forthcoming immediately. And to be honest, I didn't have any fears, and you can tell from the sales process, from the first time I talked to you to the time I paid, was fast because I was right there. I was ready to buy, and I knew what I wanted. I knew what I was hoping for, and those matched up. And to this date, I'm not disappointed. So
Cool.
I did the research. I looked at the competition, and no, I'm pleased to be here.
Cool. So after the research, you were like, yeah, this is the right thing to do, I guess. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm kind of I'm a numbers nerd, right? So
Yeah. And I guess we just end this thing up here today asking, like, what would you say to other agents who are considering working with us? What would you say to them?
I'd say certainly go ahead and do it. Do your own research and look at it. But if you want a company that is going to do a lot of the legwork that you, one, I'm not good at it, and two, as far as the online and the tech side, but that's part of your business. I've always been a fan of do what you're good at, spend your time doing what you're good at, and hire what you're not good at. And I am not good at generating online leads. I don't want to. And guess what? E2 is. So if you want if you're looking at it, I'd go ahead and do it. And by all means, you can give me a call. I'm happy to chat with you and tell you my experience.
Cool. Love it. Awesome. Thank you for being here today, and appreciate your time. And yeah, hope someone got a wallet after this. And if anyone has any questions to me or John, feel free to message or leave a comment.
Absolutely. Thank you.